Avengers Armor War. Marvel's Armor Wars movie is an up-and-coming MCU film. We do not know when it is coming out. We do not even know if it is coming out. But still, it is very much worth speculating about just because it's very interesting. Because if Armor Wars does end up being made and it does end up coming out, then it's going to be a Rhodey solo film. Obviously played by Don Cheadle. And, well, this is an amazing opportunity for an amazing film. Because imagine what we could get. I mean, just on the basis of if this is even happening, it's worth it because Don Cheadle has been with the MCU since Iron Man 2. Rhodey has been with the MCU. The character of Rhodey has been with the MCU since the very first MCU film back in 2008. He is long overdue for his own MCU film. So if this does not end up happening, it's going to be very disappointing. And all I have is a few sources that are already kind of saying like, yeah, I mean, it's getting canceled, blah, 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 whatever. But if those are true, that's very disappointing because of how awesome it could have been. I mean, Don Cheadle, we have seen what he can do with this character and how skilled he is playing it. He has been with this character for years. Nobody knows how to play War Machine better than himself, so giving him his own solo film where he is the lead could work so well that Marvel just needs to give it a chance. And people are going to go see it too, because they're not putting their faith in some new MCU character. Fans have been familiar with War Machine. People have been familiar with this character since 2008, since the beginning of the MCU. So now it's kind of like, why not give him his own movie? There's no reason not to at this point. It is really just Marvel being like, okay, we have all these other projects, and kind of where their priorities lie. Because we know, obviously, we're getting Thunderbolts next year. We're getting Fantastic Four next year. We're getting Captain America Brave New World next year. We are getting so many MCU projects next year. Plus, whenever Spider-Man 4 is coming out. Which, that could come out anywhere from, 2025 to, 2026, 2028 or something. So, we don't really know when Spider-Man 4 is coming out. So then adding on Armor Wars, it's going to be very hard kind of squeezing it in between wherever it lies between, because we know that we're having a stacked amount of MCU movies coming up. It's just a matter of, if they do end up making Armor Wars, where are they going to squeeze that in at? I mean, if they did release it this year, that kind of would have been perfect. Because we are obviously getting our one MCU film with Deadpool and Wolverine, but then putting in another film like Armor Wars, like a smaller scale movie. That could have worked very well after the cosmic scale that was Deadpool and Wolverine. But now on to the possibilities of what could be Marvel's Armor Wars. Of just the different hypotheticals, the different Elseworlds basically of what we could have, what we can, could, and maybe will, could, all these different things, what we could get, what we could have gotten, etc. Just imagine Marvel, all the money you could get if he gave him his own movie where, and maybe instead of just doing Ironheart, which is probably gonna flop, being completely honest, because that on its own is kind of flimsy. But say, hypothetically, that if we took Don Cheadle's War Machine, Rhodey, and we also took Ironheart, Iron Man's daughter, and we put them together in a team-up movie. Kind of Rhodey, kind of mentoring Iron Man's daughter after his passing. Imagine how sentimental and emotional that kind of movie could be, and all the emotional beats it could hit, while also making for an awesome Armor Wars movie. Then it's a win-win. We get a more emotional and sentimental Marvel movie. We get more of the Young Avengers with Iron Man's daughter, obviously Ironheart, and we get more of Don Cheadle's War Machine, aka Rhodey, and boom, everyone at that point, basically. So, but, I mean, nobody's gonna see this video. Certainly not Marvel, but still, Armor Wars should definitely happen. If they do cancel it, that's gonna be very sad. And, yeah, that's about it. So, yeah.